I come back stronger than ever thought I can. Thank you for your time, and now I see the light. Stick a smile on your face and show you shit you like.
Whatever will be, first and foremost, whatever's commercially viable. If it'll put money in the till, you'll book it. But that being said, with it, it's never going to make £1 million. So you have got what you would maybe call a little bit of artistic license to what you can put on. Mm-hmm. For argument's sake, my era was the ska, 80s ska. So when I got a chance to book a very big, well-known 80s ska band, I didn't care what the commercial success of it would be, whether I'd make money or whatever. I just thought, I want to book them, so I did. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. So, I mean, you mentioned about making music commercial, mm-hmm. and obviously that's a big thing for a venue owner. You've got to make money.
It's got to be, yeah.
Do you feel that the local council is doing enough to support venue owners and making the city better as it is by financially supporting
Absolutely
venues?
nothing. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. There wouldn't no culture if it's with a frying pan. The problem with them is, as I said, to kind of contradict myself slightly, you've got to be commercially viable, but you can also do that in peaks and troughs. You can take certain nights that you know is not going to make any money, as long as you make money in the grand scheme of things. The council, with their so-called ambition of culture, it seems to be, let's rape as much money out of it as possible. That's nothing to do with culture. But I think the main problem is, and it has been in Hull since my day, even if everybody individually is busting a gut, everything in Hull always seems disjointed. There's a bit going here, there's a bit going there, there's a bit going there. If everybody did a bit together, Hull would be massive.
It's so much better than it used to be. I mean, I remember very well going to Ringside week in, week out, and seeing small shows there, and the attendances, every now and again you'd get quite a good show, and like everybody would be talking about it for ages after that, but in more recent times it seems to be every show's getting like that kind of attendance now, and it's really good to see. It's like a whole new generation's coming back now, like it's the next one, and it's going to keep hopefully getting bigger. I think if you're in a band or you're in something to do with music, you need to make the most of social media, because with it being so popular, you know, things like Facebook's obviously, everybody's got a Facebook. Instagram now is getting really popular and it's really good for bands. Twitter, YouTube, if you keep working hard to stay active across all of those, you're going to get some kind of response every now and again. And I mean, it's weird because we've gone on our like page likes on your insights and stuff, and we've got likes from America, Indonesia, and you know, just you wouldn't know that unless you had that information put forward. So you can say what you want about Facebook, but sometimes they do something okay. Well, it was an idea I had in my head for quite a while. I always wanted to do something a bit different, because a lot of people know that I do graphic design and stuff like that. And I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could design like a magazine cover and go from there. And when I did it, I liked it and it got a good response. I thought, oh, well, why not make it better and make it bigger and see where you can go with it. And I mean, my main aim for it really is just, you know, promote releases from all the local bands in Hull, some in Leeds, York. I mean, already there's been quite a big response from people outside of the city to say the name is Hull Encore. I had this American guy speak to me on Facebook and he was asking about like all the bands in Hull after seeing the magazine, and I'm pretty certain he now follows every single band from Hull. Well, I think within the metal scene, he definitely keeps up with everybody, so that's cool.
I guess we've just been taking the punches and making them along really, and just taking whatever opportunities come to us really, and having a plan as it were, or just taking what we have really.
What's that? Like anyone like kind of imagines being kind of the biggest band in the world, kind of doing all these massive shows and stuff like that, I think it's kind of like just getting anywhere with it. It's kind of
Oh, definitely. If you're in this to make money, then you have no chance. No, but I get to think we all kind of have our own roles, and we all pull our own weight in different aspects. Like,
yeah, like we have very like interests in influence and stuff,
music,
and, and kind of like it's quite diverse, and like we always like certain bits of certain elements and stuff, and kind of all pulls together really well.
Yeah, the great opportunity, because I think the main thing we took out from Anchor Scoundrels was just meeting all these other bands, especially the bands from Manchester, and having all that. That's the thing of all day is you just meet. There's so many on that you just meet a lot. It's just that's.
Like I think like I was like the first time I felt part like being in the scene, because like everyone was there and everyone knew each other, and we all like got along with each other very well.
I think Anchor Scoundrels he's trying to start up something where bands can put on their own gigs rather than having to go for these promoters, and try to build a scene where people know each other and say, hey, I want this band to come down, let's play together, that'll be great. It's hard to build up that reputation, have your reputation and name behind it to push it really.
Like we've gone through so many stages, but now it's kind of come to the whole. And yeah, we've got a brilliant drummer, brilliant bassist. A dog. We got it's really well. Rob's been there since the start. The lead guitarist, and obviously so have I. But yeah, it's really good now. It's like all become one. So yeah. I mean, it's alright. Facebook's great because you get to find out that band even exists. So, I mean, that's where you can start. You can see a band on there, and it helps when like photographers and stuff to take some decent pictures. It shows what the band's like. You get an idea, don't you? Like, I think you should book them off that. I think you should go out to a gig, see what they're actually like when they play. Because there's loads of stuff like you can't find out just through Facebook. The stage presence, how they react to the crowd. Cause you go to gigs sometimes and they're in the crowd. If a band plays a bit like a bit naff when they're in a big crowd, then sometimes it's a bit bad because you can't always guarantee a good amount of people there. I know quite a few bands who've been around longer than me, and do more than me, release more music than me, write probably better music than me, and they don't get any. I mean, I don't get loads of recognition at all, but they don't even get anywhere near me, and it's like, well, it should. And it's like, and the only reason is it usually just comes down to like the fact that promoters go off likes, and not everyone has Facebook. It's a known fact that not everyone actually has it, and even if they do, they don't use it. And like other people say, like just because someone likes your page doesn't mean they've actually looked at it. They've released 2 EPs now also, because it's coming out tomorrow. I heard. Well, our goal is to maybe go out of town, just explore a bit more ourselves, do what we do, play gigs, have fun. I don't know. I don't want to do it for money. I want to just do it because it's fun.
When we first started, we didn't really know what we were doing. We kind of just like we didn't play instruments or anything. We just kind of like that cliche thing. I want to be in a band. Yeah, let's be in a band. You know, sort of thing. We listened to like loads of like bands like Nirvana and stuff like that, and we wanted to be a grunge band. But when we did our first show, everyone started saying, "Oh yeah, you're a fucking, you're a really good punk band." It's like, punk band. I was like, everyone started calling us punk band, so we never came up with that title. It was like everybody else was coming up with that, and it's like, all right, cool. And then we just kind of, I don't know, just built on top of it, and like was releasing stuff, and people started to pay attention. I guess it was in the first 2 years, people were just like, "Ah, these guys suck," you know. But so especially in this past 2 years, since Inhale the Poison came out and the new album's just been released, it seems like people are paying attention more, and it's going well for us, man. Yeah. Subdivide was, we had the first 6 of the new album done, but we had to, once we did that, we got rid of our old bass player. Like, there's no like hard feelings between us or anything, but because of that, we had to postpone the rest of the next 6. So we got our new bass player through, and he was learning all the old songs while I was writing some new ones. But we thought, we hadn't actually done a music video since 2 years prior, so I thought I'd better get something out there quick. And Tom, the bass player we have now, he knew someone who was studying media and stuff, so like, get him down, we'll film some stuff and just throw it out there and see what happens. And yeah, that's basically what Warren Records, like they really helped us out, like promoting it with like getting us in touch with Hull Daily Mail and like BBC on the side, stuff like that, and just generally giving us like contacts to send off for people to review it and stuff like that. And it's been well received, but if it wasn't for them, I don't think it would be as well received as it's been. Warren, as you say, it's not council funded, so they're kind of limited in the resources, but it could be so much more than it is. It's fantastic as like what it is now, but it could be so much more, and it could give so much more opportunities for like young people and people in the music scene especially. I mean, it's like the studio, for example, is booked out all the time, so it's hard. You've got to book like 6 months in advance sometimes if you want to get in. Freaks were, well, we recorded with Stuart Warren, and he's been saying for the past few years, oh yeah, if we get Freaks back together, and I was like, oh really? And I said, yeah, we're considering it. It's like, oh, we'll be down for support, definitely for supporting. And I was like, oh yeah. And then when we got the phone call, you know, I was actually surprised. It was because we've been talking about it for years, but we didn't. I don't know, it was kind of like a passing conversation, you know, you think it's not really going to happen. But it did, and basically Jimbo after the show said, oh yeah, you guys are like, you know, really cool, it's like really well suited and stuff. Sounds like I'm being really cocky here, it's like, yeah, we are awesome, but I'm not. Like, and Jimbo said, yeah, we'll get you down, and Stu said, we'll get you guys down in London, and it was like, yeah, absolutely. It's like such an honour. Humber Street's actually one of my favourites personally, because I mean, it just kind of shows the diversity within the music scene. I mean, everybody, like, no real band sounds the same. You've got your metal scene, your indie, like now it's starting the punk scene and so on. And each like genre and band appreciate each other and like watch each other and support each other. I think that's really good, and that shows like, I don't know, like how unified this city is.
Yeah. To be fair, we met. Well, these two met at secondary school, and I met Callum at college, Dale at college, and I'd been in a band separate, and we just thought we'd start a band together and make original music. We had a different drummer at first, Softly, but it didn't work out, so we got Dale in, which for us was a vast improvement on the band. Yeah, we just come together because we really enjoy music, and it sounds so generic, but it's like it's our life, so we thought we'd come together and do what we're best at.
Promoters, I think a lot of them tend to go for their friends or you know, something like that type of, they don't really delve that much into the band. I mean, like you said about the Facebook likes, just because a band's just started don't mean they're not good, you know, for instance, or because they're not good at very technologically.
Oh, they're set on, yeah, or they just set on like one specific scene. And
they
work here for, I don't know, like in more metal. In some cases.
I found it more important when we've done a gig and we speak to people face to face, and when they pass our number on, we speak to them face to face.
It's different on Facebook as well, because like, someone can invite something to like your band, and they just ignore it, like, they won't go into fucking music.
probably at Rain Club, having a piss up with Fez. But I like to think we'll go as far as possible, and we're all prepared to take it as far as possible, and we're all dedicated. And if it means doing a Yorkshire tour, if it means doing a UK tour, if it means going to a different country and performing there, we're ready to take any step and every step to get there.
The Baseline, which is currently my new online community for the whole music scene, I see it as it's been too niche and separated in recent years, so I want to try and bring it all together into one place. Because it makes more sense that way. If it all went together, we're better off. I think the fact that it's a way for them all to talk to each other, and it's a way for them to, hopefully it will be, a way for them to communicate with all the fan base and stuff. And I've also got a few ideas in the pipeline which are going to bring them together personally as well, like physically, not just online. So that's going to be quite exciting. There's not enough people getting to live gigs nowadays. I feel like everyone goes to their friends' bands' gigs and then they just download the EPs of bands that they kind of like. There's not enough people taking the risk and getting out there to gigs. Like you go to Sesh and it will be rammed. Like 4 times out of 5, it will be pretty busy in there. But then you get the same bands playing at, say, O'Reilly's or the Rain Club, stuff like that. And you're lucky if you get 10 or 20 people down there. It's just ridiculous. I feel like with the Sesh, they've already got their branding set down, like as the Sesh, and then branched out into Humber Street Sesh. I just think the fact they've got someone like Mac heading it up, he is just a genius when it comes to marketing and stuff like that. So yeah, to help out the others, they could come to me and I'll help out. If the scene supports each other, then that's going to be the major way forward. Like you see the success of like festivals, like Freedom Fest and the Street Sesh. They are like huge successes because there's something there for everyone. So if that works on a bigger scale, then why can't it work on a smaller scale? I'd like to see it as a main figure, as like the one go-to place for like music in Hull. I don't want to take over and block out the other magazine. I want to work together with them, because if we work together, then we're all working towards the same goal of promoting like Hull and its music scene. So there's no need, we can't work together.
It sounds corny. It does really, really sound corny, but I mean, I had a conversation with these lads a while back and I said, one of the things I would like to do is even if I just plod on in Rain Club for the next 30 years and then drop down dead, and I never get any better than what I've got, at some point I would like to see one of you lot on telly, Calendar, Look North, wherever, coming back from some sort of like American tour and you're massive and I'm thinking, oh, I saw him start at Rain Club. It sounds daft, it sounds corny, but everybody's got to start somewhere. And that would be my dream. Not so much for me, but just one of you or one of your bands to make it. And just mention the fact that you once played here. That would be enough for me, to be honest with you.